Welcome to Pipe Week. Welcome to Pipe Week. Welcome to Pipe Week. Hello, everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair, and the smoking lamp is lit. And guess what I'm smoking today? My favorite pipe. A Bing's favorite. Must be his favorite pipe. Love this pipe. Yesterday, I had a pipe that Bing Crosby was smoking in a movie of his, White Christmas. So that got me stinking. And it's like, I haven't smoked this in a while. Beautiful pipe, a little bit longer than normal. Little brass there. The golf club logo, Salvinelli, Bing favorite. I like it. So I've had this one for, well, a long time. And the thing is, the pipe that I'm familiar with, Bing had in Holiday Inn, and I think a couple other shows, because I'm familiar with that, had a thicker band. And I didn't know where to get that. But our friend, Levon Asikian, had this pipe. Beautiful. Has the band straight, a little bit longer, just like the rings, a little bit longer than the normal pipe. So this was pretty close, but I remembered the band being a little bit longer, but still, and this pipe is a great smoking pipe. I like it. So anyway, this is, I think he just calls it Bing's. So I got it. I like it. Then later, much later, I found out what pipe Bing Crosby actually had. Is this Beauteous Megamus Maximus? That's Latin, you know. This is a Merchant Services Bing's. But this is the company, Merchant Services, that made the pipe that Bing Crosby had in those movies and those other movies. Exactly what I remembered. A great pipe. All three of these are just, I enjoy these pipes. That's all you have to say. I enjoy them. So a few things about Bing, because, well, I started thinking. So anyway, as you know, we're in Pipe Week. And what I'm doing for Pipe Week is really breaking down explaining my videos. So we had talking about me. We've also had a tour of my pipes. And today we're going to let you know what the smoking lamp is. We've had a few people mentioning that, asking about it, and mention that a lot of my videos I start out with, I'm in my armchair and the smoking lamp is lit. So let me explain what that is. The smoking lamp is an actual thing. Yes, Malcolm, an actual thing. From its Navy tradition and also Marine tradition, but it comes from the days of the wooden ships. And you got to realize the worst thing that can happen on a wooden ship is a fire breaking out. So they had to control this. They had one designated spot with all kinds of precautions, to cook any meat, food. Usually it would be one big, like, granite slab, something of that nature. And for people, the sailors smoking their pipes, they couldn't just have, well, they probably didn't have matches in those days anyway, but they couldn't use that. They had to have a place for the sailors to light their pipes. Possibly in that section of the ship where they could have a fire for cooking food. And usually up in the forecastle, the forecastle of the ship, would be a smoking lamp. It was truly a lamp that the sailors, that they would have lit with an actual flame that sailors can get into to light their pipes. Depending on the ship, there might be one in the front or the back, but it was controlled. So that's where the smoking lamp came from, a necessity out at sea. So when I was in boot camp was the first time I ever heard about this, because the Navy still uses it. They will still announce over the PA system, the smoking lamp is out. On my ship, that would mainly be if we were refueling, we were taking on ammo, anything that might cause us to not be smoking around it, to be announced. Smoking lamp is out and for refueling. And then once everything's put away, it's tightened up, we're ready, then they would announce the smoking lamp is lit. Sometimes it might be part of a punishment, which we had when I was in boot camp. Our company commander would basically, as a punishment for all of us, because we were squirrels, as they called them. That's the PG version. they would make the smoking lamp. Smoking lamp is out. So once we'd finished up everything, we still couldn't smoke. Um, so one thing that I have got away with a couple times. Again, one of the punishments would be that your smoking lamp's out as a punishment. Now, I've never smoked a cigarette, and I didn't start smoking a pipe until after boot camp. I had had cigars as a high school, whatever. But when they took away our smoking privileges, I always kind of complained so that they felt like, I was hurt by it, but didn't want them to think of something else to do for me. Them's the old days when I was young. But that is the smoking lamp. It is a real thing. Show you mine. This is actually something that came from, it's not a true smoking lamp. I use it as such. I'm going to put this guy down a second. This is a lamp from Yankee Candle. So that's a Yankee Candle in there. This little part is a separate deal. I saw them, so I got the both of them. And that's my smoking lamp that you see. We also have, I'll show you. What I also have, this is the little part. Oops. Can't do that. And a Yankee Candle goes right in there. So I bought two of those. So one for the lamp, one for the Yankee Candle. And what happened is I have, and this is something my mother, I got from my mother. When my dad, as you know, my dad was a pipe smoker, cigar smoker. She knew that by having a candle lit, it helped kind of diffuse the smoke. And these weren't scented candles, they were just candle light. So in the evenings, when my dad was smoking his pipe or cigar, she would light a candle. So she had a lot of candles, but it was just one. And light that candle. And for me, when I would come home on my vacation, visit my parents, my dad was always smoking. The fact that anybody was there didn't stop him from smoking. My whole family knew that. We always had a candle lit. And that kind of reminded me of home. And so I started, especially in the winter, but I started lighting a candle. And it wasn't just when I'm smoking, I'd have a candle going. So this one is actually what I lights all the time. So that would be lit whether I'm smoking or not. The smoking lamp that you see, for me, kind of came from that. and my Navy tradition when I started doing videos for YouTube. I kind of remembered that tradition. I already was lighting a candle an awful lot because, again, it just reminds me of home. So I would have a candle, but again, it wouldn't be close to me. Usually it'd be kind of a little distance away, but where I could see it, you know? So that's where that other candle is. So I hate to say it, the smoking lamp is lit for these videos. Sometimes not. I mean, sometimes I'm not doing a video, but I'd still light the candle. But mainly, I'm having a candle lit. Again, gives me that feeling of comfort. Gives me a feeling of home. So I've been doing that for many years. And once I started doing videos and I remembered the old smoking lamp, I got that. I picked up a few other odds and ends lamps that could be used as a smoking lamp, but this is the one I use. The other ones are in the other room. So, thought I would just let you know about the smoking lamp because it's mentioned in every one of my videos. The smoking lamp is lit. I'm smoking a pipe. Anyway, that's the smoking lamp, and that's my, I don't want to say tradition, but good. I'm just having a candle lit when I'm smoking. And again, especially in the wintertime, I love the comfort of that candle being lit, the smell of the pipe. It is a blessing to be able to do that. So I do. So tomorrow, smoke rings and the armchair piper, the armchair, and smoke rings. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I hope you like that. But remember, if you don't like this, you can't get to heaven. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. Take care out there.